Good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Then we see Microsoft numbers were good, but here's the thing. Their numbers were garbage because they lowered guidance by 5% last quarter. Okay? And then they beat those numbers. So that was good. And cloud was at 37%, what they said. But then when they guide, they came out and they guided down another 4 to 5%. Okay? So now let's take the Microsoft news and let's move it over to Micron. Micron, a year ago, January, said we have an inventory glut. It'll be gone in a quarter. Come April, we have an inventory glut. It'll be gone in August. Come September, we have an inventory glut. It'll be gone in December. Microsoft, cloud is slowing. We're going to go down 5% next quarter. Yesterday, cloud is slowing, decelerating. We're going to go down 5%. Are they going to tell us this every quarter for the next year, 2 years, 3 years? Here's the reality of the situation with Microsoft and these companies. They're spending insane amounts of money on cloud stuff, trying to be able to forecast their business. Think about this. Think about this. How much do you think Microsoft pays to forecast their business on cloud stuff? 50 million? 100 million? I mean, you're talking a multi-billion in revenue. Probably 100 million. With all the software. Well, this is happening, this happened, this is a renewal, this happens, this happens. And they can't get it right. Now, I've told you before, things that CEOs do bad. UPST, what a garbage CEO. A guy should never have a job. Ephraim should never have a job. Ever. But here's the thing. They're like, Sam, I took our stock from 10 to 400 and I sold it all. I have 500 million. I don't care what my company does. ENPH CEO is he's let it gone down 100 points with no comment. With no comment. Think about this. I mean, it's fascinating to me. Okay? Today you have Tesla earnings. ASML just come out and they said our second half we're going to get back to growth. LMT, Lockheed Martin yesterday. Next year we're going to get growth again. What happens at the end of the year if he doesn't get any growth? I mean, this is just, it's very, very fascinating to see that this is happening. Okay? So interesting. Okay? That's what we know. That's what we know. Okay? So where do we go from here? So now Microsoft says cloud is bad, and he said a word that you should never say. Decelerating. That scared the shit out of everybody. 222? Back to 222? Very possible. Does it take snow down? So if cloud is slowing 5% again, but NOW says he doesn't see any slowdown at all. How is that possible? Well, they have 99% renewals and all this other stuff, so he's probably fine. Doesn't mean it can go. I mean, this thing now was at 460 after hours. Now it's 435. Okay, so then we see, but we have the hedge, which is snow, and we did equal on both sides, so snow is going to do well. If snow gets to the money, at the money, they're going to be $4. At 137, they're going to be $4. At 135, they're going to be $6. So 70 cents to $6 covers everything and more. Okay? Nothing is better, but nothing is crashing. It's just, that's what's happening. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay? So just know that. Tesla earnings today, Tesla was at 109, and it's up here to 140. Does it go to 170 on good earnings? Maybe. Does it guide lower and go back to 115 maybe. I don't know. But here's the thing: is when and CEOs don't understand this because they're just by nature they're just dumb. They're just dumb. Well, they say stuff like, "I don't care what he thinks." Okay. But here's the thing: if you get a bunch of funds pissed off at you, so I don't know if you guys know how funds work. So there's a funds and then there's a risk department. So the risk department goes in there every night before the close and says, okay, you can keep this, you can keep this, you have too much here, you got to sell some of this, blah, 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 you have risk. If they come out and they put your stock on a do not own list, you can't buy it. You can't buy it. So, because the risk people are the one that are ultimately responsible. So just know that. So that's out there. That's why you don't let your stock just go down 100 points with no comment. But now let's look at it a different way. Why no comment? Because he doesn't have anything good to say? Isn't that interesting? Do you have nothing good to say? And that's why there's no comment? Interesting. So that's what we know, that's what we know. Okay? Let's see. SPX is down 33, so it's trying to break 30. It came back a little bit. It's trying to break. Does it break? I don't know. Let's see. And then now Boeing is low. Okay? So let's get going here. 125, SPX down 30, 39.85, 39.52. Big number, 39.52. Avago, just sitting there. Chips are now lower again. But just if they believe everything's better in 2 quarters, do they take it up? I don't know. Let's see. Okay? Avago 182, 186 underneath 582, 586 under 571. NVIDIA 186, 181, 196 up. Lam Research has earnings after the close. 502. Now Lam Research is going to make $34. $34 times a 15 PE. Just a 15 PE takes it up to like 520. So it's not that bad compared to ASML, trading at 50 PE. Okay? Downside 461. ASML 672, 691 underneath 632. Goldman Sachs 341, 336. Microsoft 232. Watch 232. Amazon, watch 91. Look, Amazon Cloud going to go lower. They're going to destroy that stock too. Another 61 PE stock. Google, 93. Saba, couldn't take out 28 yesterday, so we sold it. Still watching 28. Boeing was down to 202. Another one that's just making up numbers. They're just fudging numbers. I don't understand how these people are fudging numbers. I don't know how your margin goes lower. Your margin goes lower. Your revenue goes lower. You make less money. You spend the same amount of money and you make less money. So Netflix did. They said their cost is stable. And you have $3 billion cash flow. How does that happen? I don't even know how that happens. Boeing's saying the same shit. So who knows? 202, 191. Netflix, 366 under 358. MSTR not doing nothing. Bitcoin just sitting. NOW earnings after the close. How far does it go? Now, really strange. The thing you have to understand on NOW on top of everything else is he wasn't allowed to talk last week, and he talked. But he didn't talk about the company. He just said no IT slowdown. Interesting way to say it. Interesting. MDB was at 209 last night on Microsoft. Because if cloud is good, this thing flies. Now cloud is back to 191, 182. Tesla earnings 152, 157 underneath 138. Moderna can't seem to get through 200, and Enphase sure looks like it wants 191. That's what we know. Comments, questions. So how do you see ES, SPX spreads on pre-market? Can't do it on Fidelity. On Thinkorswim, it's /ESH23. /ESH23 this quarter right now. That's your ES. Okay, that's your futures, SPX. Okay? That's what we know, that's what we know. But today with Boeing down, chips down, Microsoft down, don't really know. Don't really know. Okay, that's what we know, that's what we know. Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.